Hello, good morning. Good morning. How are you, Lynn? Hi, everyone. How are you doing? How is it going so far today for you? Much better weather for us now. And we're back. We're back. Michael, good morning. Nice to see you. I hope that you had a good day or a good week off, but not off of movement. I have to say, I definitely didn't do as much as usual. So I usually am much more active than I was this time. This is my first time really just it's not really relaxing, but staying at home, which was really important. But I definitely feel it. So I'm ready to move my body, and I hope that you are as well. So if there's any special requests or anything you'd like to share, please do so now. Speak now or forever hold your peace, so to speak. I just want to close this to make sure that everything is okay. All right. So anything that anybody would like to ask or tell me about or anything? And if not, I'm going to begin. So let's begin. Oh, all right. So the last week I learned, and I've heard this before, but it just reiterated to me. I was at a taping of Dr. Mark Hyman's show for his new book, and this number 150 minutes a week, which is 5 days of 30 minutes each of activity, of physical activity. That's kind of one of the guidelines for healthy aging is 30 minutes, 5 days a week, 150 minutes. And the other big thing that was being talked about a lot is skeletal muscle and how important skeletal muscle is. And one thing I'd like to say is that when we practice yoga, when we do the physical practice of yoga and we do the muscular action, we're using our own body weight, we're stressing our muscles out. It's an amazing way to create that skeletal muscle that's going to also create stronger bones and be a part of what helps with healthy aging. And one of the things that he was talking about is that it is skeletal muscle loss that is a big factor of aging. And so that's one of the gauges and the determining factors is that when they are looking at body composition, it's skeletal muscle loss that matters. So what I would like to suggest is that whenever you show up to the mat, whenever we're doing a posture that is more strengthening, that you breathe through it, you push yourself to your edge, to the safe edge of where you can go. Because every time you do that, you're adding layers and layers of more muscle tissue. And that is what's going to create more energy. It's what supplies the energy of metabolism, which is behind almost all processes that take place in the body. I mean, bone remodeling is actually a metabolic process, as is digestion and bringing in nutrients and detoxification and keeping the system functional. So today I'd like you to think about you and that what we're going to do today, let's try to add more skeletal muscle. And that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do a crazy hard class. That means that whatever's appropriate for you, you're going to find inside your body. And so that when you're in a posture, you try to go towards the end range of motion. And the end range of motion is going to stimulate the muscles more to either be pulling or pushing or lifting or supporting whatever is being demanded of your body to actually lay down more skeletal muscle. And so that's the goal today, is trying to make more skeletal muscle, which is going to help us be better energy producers, energy for having energy, but also energy for metabolism, so that the processes inside of healing and repairing and restoring can actually be maximized. So healthy aging is the goal. All right, so for today's class, you'll need some props, a block, a strap, and a blanket. I'd like to begin the practice today by connecting your mind and your body, bringing you to the present moment. We know that meditation, we know that when we can slow down and stop what's happening here, that is actually healthy. That's what supports health. So let's come down onto the ground. Let's ground our mental energy. We'll use our hands on our body to feel the breath, to come to this moment. And the more you practice this when you're not stressed and when there's not something crazy going on in your life, then the more you'll have it available for you when you do need it, when there is something crazy that's happening in your life. So placing your blanket up at the top of the mat, bring yourself down onto the ground safely, so keeping the front of your spine lifted, bringing yourself all the way down. Keep your knees bent. Bring your body onto the ground. Bring your head onto the blanket. Move the blanket so it's just your head that's supported. And then bring your hands onto your belly. Pause. Close your eyes, noticing what you notice here. Noticing your mental energy. So just like the speedometer on a car, notice where your mental energy is right now. Bring your awareness down into your body. What is the energy of your body? Bring your awareness to your emotions, to your emotional body, the way you feel. What's the quality of the energy of the way you feel right now? Tired, energetic, uncomfortable, comfortable. Notice where you need to move or adjust. Let your hands be on your belly. Let your feet be a little wider than your body and the knees fall in towards each other. That's actually a little relaxation for the lower back. Let's begin to move the neck, the head. Inhale. And as you exhale, gently let your head roll towards one side. Inhale back up to center, and then let your head roll to the other side. Moving with breath, letting your head go side to side. See if you could go a little farther. Notice where the end range of motion is. And then bring yourself back up to center. If you'd like to explore straightening your legs with the eyes closed, see how that feels for your body. Go slowly one at a time. Then flex your feet, dig your heels into the ground. See if you could create a little length in your body. And then take your arms out to the side like the shape of the letter T or bending the elbows. Have your feet be a little wide, maybe wider than the mat. So letting gravity help to gently stretch your joints and find alignment in your body. Close your eyes, breathe up and down your body, exploring where you have tightness, where you maybe need some release. Notice your low back. How does your low back feel? Feel the sacrum, the pelvis. Notice what you feel there.
And see if you could go a little higher with your arms, coming into a little deeper stretch in the chest. Keep the mouth closed, breathe in and out through your nose. Let your awareness be inward towards your body, noticing what you notice. And let's be a little bit more intentional with the breath. Bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your chest. Move your body in any way that you feel you need. So noticing where there's tension, see if you could release that tension. If the low back is unhappy, you could bend your knees. Begin to breathe to the hand that's on the chest. Expand your hand so you could feel as much of your chest as possible, rising and falling with breath. And then bring your awareness to the hand that's on the belly and direct your breath down to your hand on your belly. So we're going to do a couple of rounds of breath, bringing your awareness to your palms, your fingertips. Try to keep your mind very focused on the breath and on feeling your body pressing towards your fingers and your palms. We'll do a wave-like breath. This is a way to focus the mind, very important because that's when the body can heal and repair and restore, is when you have that calm mind. So all the breathing takes place through the nose. Take a big exhale. Inhale to your belly and then up to your chest. Exhale from your belly and then your chest. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, belly, chest. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, belly, chest. Continue on your own, feeling the body press towards your fingers, towards your palms. Feel that wave-like movement of breath. Really feel it coming into your torso at the bottom and then to the top, and feel you empty from the bottom to the top. Finish your last couple of breaths, paying attention, noticing, being gentle and being aware. Be very focused on your torso moving with breath. Now bring your awareness to your lower ribs, the space between the hands. This is where the breath is initiated, the diaphragm. On the inhale, it moves downward, so you feel the hand on the belly rise. And as you fill up, you feel the rebound effect and the chest expands. As you exhale, initiating it from the diaphragm, recoiling back up to neutral, pressing the breath out of the lungs, and then you feel the lungs depress. So bring your awareness to your diaphragm and see if you could feel the inhale as the diaphragm moves down, hand on the belly rises, then the hand on the chest. And then as you exhale, you feel the diaphragm pushing back up to neutral. Feel the hand moving down towards the spine, and then the ribs moving back towards the spine. So see if you could feel that. Let your awareness be at your diaphragm, moving down on the inhale and moving back up on the exhale. And finish your last breath. Let's go ahead and bend the knees slowly, one at a time. Feet are a little wider than the body. Knees fall in towards each other. Bring both of the hands down onto your belly. Checking in with the energy of your mind, like a speedometer in the car. Is it fast? Is it slow? Check in with the energy of your body. How does your body feel energetically? And then checking in with the energy of your mental, emotional body, how you're feeling. How does your body feel? When you're ready, bring your awareness to your eyelids. Allow your eyes to blink themselves open. And then notice when the eyes are open how you feel. Putting your hands on your body and focusing your breath with sensations and feeling is a great way to calm your mind, calm your body, and slow down the pace of energy, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally. It's also a really great practice for at night if you wake up and you can't go back to sleep. And if you practice this when you're not in the situation at the middle of the night or times when you need it, if you practice it when you're in a normal state, then you actually set the groundwork to find it a lot easier than when you need it. And those moments that you were in this calm zone now, there was the ability for your body to heal and repair wherever that need is. So let's begin to move our body. So we're going to move our body. I want you to think about the belly button area. You have the lower body and the upper body. This is kind of the middle part of our whole body. So we've got the middle body and then we have the upper body. So let's try to move the lower body independently of the upper body and stretch this whole midsection, the back muscles, the core, an area that a lot of people have a lot of issues with. So let's take the arms out to the side, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, bring your arms up to hug yourself. Inhale, spread your fingers so you feel the stretch in your hands. Open your arms wide. Exhale to hug yourself. Noticing what you notice here. Your shoulder blades are on the ground. So this is moving the arms independently of the shoulders. That's going to strengthen the shoulder joint. Maybe stretch the shoulders, noticing if it feels appropriate. Start to switch one forearm in front and then the other. Moving the elbows, the fingers, the shoulders. And then bring your hands down alongside your body. Exhale. Inhale, bring your hands up, palms are up towards the sky. See if you could go towards the back, maybe touching the floor, and exhale to lower. Inhale to rise. Close your eyes, noticing where you feel the stretch. Noticing if both hands go down the same pace. Then bring yourself back to center. Thinking about from the belly button on up, take your arms out to the side, elbows bent if you can, lifting your arms as high as you can so that you feel a stretch somewhere in the shoulder joint and in the chest, maybe even in the armpit area. So try to lift your arms up pretty high. Notice how the low back responds when you do this. Let your blanket be underneath your head only. Your back is supported by the ground. And then let's take the feet to be the distance of the mat. The elbows are bent, the knees are bent. And then do a little bit here to tilt your pelvis backwards and try to press the low back towards the ground. And then rock back towards your tailbone. And then tilt your pelvis. Tailbone points up towards the sky. Low back flattens. Close your eyes. Feel this. Does it feel even on both sides? Are the muscles of both sides of the body working to get this action to happen? Feel what you feel, trying to take a little tension out of the low back, out of the lower spine. Warming up the muscles, bringing blood and fluids to the joints. Neck is nice and long, chin is towards your chest. Try to go to your end range of motion. So you're actually extending and flexing the lumbar spine, stretching the muscles of the low back, the muscles of the lower back vertebra. And try to go to the end range so that you feel stretching. Then bring yourself to a neutral position. Try to release any tension that may exist in the low back. So bring your awareness to your rib cage, to your arms, to your head. Keep all that stationary and begin to let the kneecaps gently move side to side. Keep the soles of the feet on the ground. So trying to get the lower body to move side to side. Rib cage stays stationary. Arms are there to help keep the upper body in a locked position. Stretching the lower body, the ribs are right at the bottom part of the ribs all the way down to the kneecap area right below that. Then start to go a little bit more so that the soles of the feet rock off the floor. You feel a deeper twist. Bring your awareness to the sacrum, the base of the spine. Try to keep the tailbone and the sacrum glued to the ground so the tushy cheeks don't come away. You're not tilting and rotating. You're letting the legs go in their greatest range of motion. Feel that sacral area and the lumbar spine area. Feel that nice and stationary. So we're not doing anything there. You may feel a stretch. Noticing what you notice here in your body. And then bring yourself back up to center. Take your feet wider now, so maybe the heels are on the mat and the toes are off. Then do that little rolling again so that you press the low back into the ground. You rock forward to your tailbone, and then you push the low back into the ground. So for those with low back issues, pay attention to how this feels. Does it bring some relief? You're moving your vertebra through extension and flexion. And because you're on the ground, you're protected to not go too deep into flexion. And the tailbone being in the ground also helps to support that extension position. So noticing what you notice here. Bringing yourself back to a neutral, awareness on the kneecaps. Exhale. And then inhale, let the kneecaps go to the left. You can let the soles of the feet gently rock off the floor. Feel your body rocking to the left buttock, and maybe the right tushy cheek either leaves the floor or the weight of the buttocks leaves. Try to let it be more about the weight of the buttock leaves and not so much that the whole buttock lifts off. As you exhale, contract your core. Feel like you're pulling your pubis bone up towards your belly button to come back up to center. And then slowly lengthen to the right. Inhale. Exhale, protect your lumbar spine. Hug your lumbar spine with your core. Try to let the rib cage and the upper body be stationary, and only the lower body is moving. You exhale back to center to protect your spine. You inhale to the side. Pelvis, hips, lower spine. Mobilizing the joints, stretching the muscles of the joints, the connective tissue, trying to create more space in your back, your hips. The next time you come over to the left, stay there. And let's stretch the right side. Let the head go to the right, take the right hand, let the fingernails touch the ground, flex the wrist, really reach long with that right hand. And then lengthen that right hip by pushing the hip up towards the sky, trying to unbend the hip joint. Breathe to your right waist, your right belly, your right low back. Let the left side be relaxed. Really feel that stretch. Take one more breath. Bring yourself back with the exhale back to center. Let your body settle here for a breath or two. On your next inhale, lengthen. Let the low body move. Let the upper body stay stationary. Lengthening to the right this time. When you arrive, let your head go to the left. Lengthen the left arm, the left wrist. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Walk your feet back to neutral. Let the knees fall in towards each other. Let the hands go on the belly. Close your eyes, feel your body. So let's continue to create more space in the body. We're going to do a twist. So let's get the block, and you want your blanket underneath your head. Walk your feet closer to your body. Lift your pelvis up off the floor and then push your pelvis over to the left. The block is in your right hand. Bring the left leg up, the right leg up. Keep your knees close to your chest. Start to let your legs go over to the right. And at some point, you may need the block to go underneath your legs or in between your legs, or maybe you don't need the block. So you see what's appropriate for you. If you'd like to take your hand on that left leg, you could. Then bring your awareness to the left leg. Push the left leg away from you. Create length in your left waist. Push the top left pelvis away from you. Look towards the left. Try to let this whole left side of your body be long, and then breathe to the left side of your body. Keep moving to push the pelvis away from your rib cage. And explore the twist that's appropriate for you. Close your eyes, feel your way into where you could create even more tension or more stretch. Take one more breath. Coming out of the twist is just as important as coming in to keep yourself safe, because twisting is where people can aggravate their backs often. So let's bring one leg up at a time and bring it up high, and then the other leg up high. Put your feet on the floor, lift your pelvis up, put your pelvis back into neutral, and then take the block in the other hand. Push your pelvis up into the sky, move it off to the right this time, and then draw your knees in one at a time and allow your body to twist into the left. Noticing along the way what's happening, what's tight, what moves. Notice if your right shoulder blade is trying to fly away from the floor. We want it to touch the floor if possible. So you may need to put a block between your knees to let that happen. Feel that stretch at the side of the right waist, block or not. Then try to create as much space as possible. Push the pelvis away from the low ribs. Let your head look to the right. Eyes could be closed. Breathing to the right side. And then take one more breath. And then bring yourself slowly back to center. So draw the knee up one at a time. Bring the knee really high so it'll help protect the low back. Feet are on the ground. Lift your pelvis up. Bring yourself back to neutral. And then draw the knees into the chest one at a time. Let the low back press into the ground. Rock side to side across the top of your pelvis. Bring your feet onto the ground. Hands onto your belly. Close your eyes. Feel your body. All right. Let's do some core work. Core is so important for so many aspects of health and happiness and a strong body and a happy body. So take your block between your legs, between your knees, and do some gentle pulses to feel the activation of the inner thighs, maybe all the way up to your pelvic floor. The blanket under your head, for those of you that have a little challenge with lifting your body away from the ground, or if you have any upper back or neck issues, you could fold this blanket, double the fold of the blanket if you'd like. Then let's take the hands behind the head. Elbows are out to the sides. Press your elbows into the ground. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze your block, contract your core, tilt your pelvis back so your low back flattens into the ground. And then inhale to release. Exhale, squeeze the block, flatten the low back. Inhale to release. One more like that. Squeeze the block, flatten the low back. Inhale to release. On this next one, you're going to squeeze the block, flatten the low back, lift the upper body off, keep the elbows out to the side, nose is pointing up towards the sky, and then inhale to lower. Exhale, let the low back flatten into the ground. Inhale to lower. One more like that. Bring yourself back down. Now you're going to keep your pelvis in a neutral. We're going to isometrically strengthen the core, which is the way that the body is the position your body's in all the time. So feel the pressure in the pelvic area where your base of your spine is. Low back is not touching the floor or pressing into the floor. That's the neutral curve of the lower back. We're going to keep it like that and lift ourselves up. You may be a little limited on how high you can raise up. Exhale and inhale. Squeeze the block as you exhale. Press your sacrum into the ground. Keep your low back where it is. Lift your upper body off the floor. Inhale to lower. Go slow. Slower is harder. Slower is more strengthening. Inhale to rise. Strengthening and creating more muscles in your core and in your stabilizing aspects. For posture, for alignment, for balance. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower. We're going to add on if you can. You're going to exhale to rise. Stay here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. Stay here, inhale. Exhale. Stay here, inhale. Exhale and lower. Exhale to rise. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lower. Let everything relax. Press the right elbow into the ground. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, you do the work. You lift your head straight up towards the sky, and then you're going to take your left elbow over towards the right. Keep the right elbow on the ground. Stay pretty high here, and then inhale to lower. Exhale, left elbow presses in, right elbow lifts up, and then over to the left. Inhale to lower. Go slow. Squeeze the block. Keep your face open. You're not trying to reach down to your knee. You're trying to keep your chest up and then rotate. Challenging your rotational muscles. Spinal support. Finish your last couple of movements. And then bring yourself all the way down. Hands on the belly. Take the block out to the side. Draw the knees into the chest. Take the right ankle over the left, or the right lower leg bone over the left. Lift your head up, reach around the side, take hold of your feet, and then pull your feet towards your body to press the low back into the ground, rocking side to side. And then bring yourself up. Let's switch. Left on top of right, reach around, take hold of your feet, draw your knees closer to your body and side to side. Put your feet onto the ground. Let's get the strap stretching the legs, getting pelvis. Tight legs are a big contributor to a lot of issues, to knee issues, to hip issues, to low back. Take the strap on one foot, keep your leg bent, wrap your hands around, and then draw that leg back towards the wall behind you so you feel a stretch. Your leg could be straight or your knee could be bent. It'll be different. You could even explore this. Explore the different sensation. If you have a straight leg, you draw that back versus having a bent knee and drawing it back. It's a different location in the muscles. So they're all good. It's all good. Do whatever feels appropriate to you. And then bring yourself back. Let's switch so you can bring the other leg up into the air. Put the other foot in the strap, exploring what a straight leg feels like when you stretch it. Or what does it feel like if you bend it and stretch it? And then bring your legs both of the feet into the strap. Take the strap about body distance and try this where you pull both legs back, either straight legs, or see what happens if you bend the knees. Exploring. And then bring the strap off. Let's stretch the hip joint area. So we're going to bring your foot, we're going to bring our knees into our chest. Then we're going to come onto the right, take your left foot on top of your right thigh, and then push your left knee away from you. So you feel that stretch in the front of the hip here. You can hold on to the ankle joint if you have access to that, or onto the foot, pushing the leg away from you. Feel that the left hip joint, left pelvis. Take one more breath. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So bring your knees back in. You let your legs go to the left. You take the right leg on top of the left thigh. Hold on. And then you push the knee away from you, lengthening that hip, the right hip. Moving into a place where you feel an appropriate stretch in your body. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Push your feet into the ground. Lift your pelvis up. And then bring your legs and your arms into the sky. Let everything settle. Keep your knees bent. Take one leg straight. One leg is bent. We're going to push your head into the ground. Lift your rib cage up. Let your shoulder blades go towards each other. Let's do a little to strengthen the leg here. So let's exhale, and then inhale to lift your leg up, exhale to lower. So this is hip joint strengthening, and it's also asymmetrical. So it's going to strengthen your hip flexors, your hip, your quadriceps, and the back. So see what's appropriate. You can put your arms out to the side to stabilize your trunk if you need that. You inhale to rise, exhale to lower. One more. Bring your leg up. Keep it there if you can, wherever you can. And then bend that knee. Straighten the other leg. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more, hold it up, stay there. Long waist. And then go ahead and bring your leg down. We're going to lift both legs up and the upper body. So this is stretch posture. It's core work. and it's activating a lot of the muscles of the body. It's a pretty challenging posture, honestly. Haven't done this one for a while. Put the shoulder blades onto the ground, take the arms down alongside your body, bring the feet together, the big toes are touching. Take an exhale, and then inhale, lift your head up, lift your feet up, lift your hands up. Your palms can be over your thighs. Look at your toes. Take a big inhale, and then exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, and then lower. Inhale to lift, lower. One more. And then bring yourself down. Bend your knees, let your hands be on your belly. Take your blanket away from the back of your head. Let's do a bridge. We're going to do a bridge flow at first. So let your feet be where they are. Keep them pretty far away from the body. Don't bring them too close yet. Lift your pelvis up. Pull your pelvis away from your spine. Let your low back go down towards the ground. Palms are alongside your body. Thumbs are up. Exhale. As you inhale, push your back to the ground. Push your feet into the ground. And peel your spine away on the inhale. Let your head roll to the right. Left hand raises up. Palm is inward. And exhale to come down. Inhale, low back presses into the ground. Push your feet into the ground. Lift your pelvis up. Let your arms raise towards the back. Head goes to the left. Exhale down. You're only lifting off to below the heart or maybe to the lower ribs. So you're not lifting too high. So with that, you can let your head go side to side. Push all parts of both feet into the ground when you lift your pelvis up, activating the glutes and the low back and the leg muscles. Bring yourself back to neutral. Pause. Exhale. As you inhale, press the low back into the ground. Push your feet into the ground. Lift your pelvis off the floor. Lift your arms straight up and over towards the back. And then exhale. Put your spine down onto the ground. Come all the way down. Inhale to rise. Go slow. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can lift your pelvis a little higher in these next couple. One more. Bring your feet onto the ground. Rock side to side so your shoulder blades go towards the spine. Walk your feet closer to your body. Keep your feet about body distance. Arms are alongside the body or elbows are bent. Exhale. Press the low back into the ground. Push your feet into the ground. And then inhale to peel your spine up and away from the ground. Eyes are closed. Feel your spine leaving the ground, one vertebra at a time. And exhale to place it back down onto the ground. Go slow, articulate your spine, feel the stretching of the leg muscles, feel the work that's involved. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Next time you come up, stay up for 3 to 5 breaths. You decide. When you're finished, you bring yourself down. Bring the blanket back behind your head. Try your knees into your chest, one knee at a time, rocking side to side. Feet on the ground, hand on your belly. Close your eyes, feel your body, noticing what you notice. Let's come onto the side. Take your hand into the ground. Let's push yourself up. Clear your space. And bring yourself onto the blanket, onto your wrists. A little wider stance with your hands. Pointer fingers are forward. Walk your hands forward so you have a nice long torso. Exhale. And then inhale, come into cow extension. As you exhale, start to move the tailbone down the back wall. Start to bring flexion into the lower lumbar spine. If you have osteoporosis, stop there. If you don't, you can add the flexion to the upper spine and bring your head down towards the ground. Inhale into extension, cow pose. Beginning the exhale by pointing the tailbone down the back wall, bringing that flexion into the lumbar, stopping there with osteoporosis, or continuing if not. Inhale into extension, exhale into flexion. Close your eyes, move through these ranges of motion to feel the stretch in the back of the body and the stretch in the front of the body. One more. We're going to come into a rest. So the rest can be puppy dog. Take your hands wide and your tushy in the air. Let your low belly keep coming closer to the top thighs. Low belly, top thighs, head towards the ground. Put the forehead onto the ground, stretching your armpits, stretching your body. Walk your hands over to the left. Let your head rest on the right arm. Feel that stretch on the right side of your body. Really let your pelvis move away from your hands. So you're really stretching the lateral chain. This stretches lymphatic fluids, lymphatic vessels on the right side. Push your hips to the right. Let your head rest on the right. Feel that deep, deep stretch inside. And then walk your hands over to the right. Let your head rest on your left hand or your left arm. Push your hips to the left. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself all the way up. Take a break. Either kneeling or sitting on your heels if your knees will let you. Shake your hands. Get your block. We're gonna hold the block like this between the arms so that the elbows are this close together, not out to the side like this. We want the elbows to be right underneath. So you're gonna bring yourself forward. Your block is between your hands. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. So walk them closer and the knees are on the ground. Let your toenails touch the ground. Bring your body forward so you're close to a flat position. You're not, tushy's not up in the air. You bring yourself forward. And then dig your arms into the ground, dig your knees and your legs into the ground, and try to draw the elbows and the knees towards each other. If you'd like to flip your toes under and bring yourself up into a dolphin plank or forearm plank, you could do that. Try to bring the elbows towards the knees towards the elbows, or the feet towards the elbows, elbows towards the feet, wherever you are. Keep your head active. Take one more breath. And then slowly let your pelvis come down to the ground. Hold on to your block. Soles of the feet are up towards the sky. Push your hands into the ground. Push your rib cage forward and then push away from the ground, trying to stretch the belly. Feel the belly stretch here. Breathe down to your belly. If you're able to push down and to lift a little higher in the back bend, if that's appropriate for your body, try that. Really pushing your heart forward, feeling that deep stretch underneath the lower ribs. Breathe down there to help deepen the stretch. Great for those of you that sit often. This helps to stretch the area that gets tight from sitting. One more breath. And then bring yourself down. You could either rest your head on the block and the arms to the side, or you could bring your hands, fold your hands, and rest the hands on the head on the back of the hands. If you have the block there, take the block out to the side. Bring your hands on the ground, fold your hands one on top of the other, nice long spine. Let the back of the hands be where the forehead rests. Take an exhale and then inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower. Push your hands into the ground. Lift the upper back straight up towards the sky. Go as high as you can to feel that stretch in the front of the body. One more. And then lower all the way down. Let your hands go out to the side. Forehead touches the ground. Elbows are in line with your shoulders. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Feel the muscles in the back doing the work. And then bring yourself down. And take your hands, the palms are on the ground, the thumbs are on the mat, the fingers are off. Spread your hands. Let your elbows be close to your body and lower to the floor, not up towards the sky. Draw the elbows towards your body, forehead touches the ground, soles of the feet are up towards the sky. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine, push your head forward, and then lift up, and then let your head join. Exhale to lower. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your head long, lift your upper back, and then your head on the inhale. Exhale to lower. Feel that all the way down to the glutes. Feel those erector muscles in the spine activate to lift you up and away from the ground. On your next one, come up and stay up for 3 breaths. Push down into the ground, draw the elbows back, shoulder blades towards each other, lift yourself up. Take your hands away from the ground, and if your body lowers, stay where it lowers. Push your hands into the ground, let your muscles lift you up. One more breath. And then bring yourself down. Fold your hands, let your head rest. Legs are wide, bend your knees and let your feet flop side to side. Let your legs go down. Take your arm long and away from you. Roll into your side, noticing how you feel. Take your hand on the ground. Let's push yourself up.
So one more strength posture before we come down into our Shavasana. We're going to do plank. You decide which variation you'd like to do. Strong muscles mean more energy, more metabolism, and healthier aging. So do what you can. Let your hands be spread. Push your fingers into the ground. Push your feet into the ground. Lengthen your spine and breathe your way through it. Use the breath for power and energy. If you're feeling pretty good and you want to try a 3-legged plank, try that. Pushing away from the ground using your breath. And then bring yourself down. Let's let that tension go. So take a big inhale, grab that tension, and then exhale. Inhale. One more. Stay up here in the kneeling position or come down, close your eyes, catch your breath. We're going to come into Shavasana, the integration posture to allow everything to settle in your body. So bring yourself into your favorite Shavasana position. Do anything you need, any last minute anything, so you can let everything settle, integrate, find its home. Begin to deepen your breath. Noticing the energy of your mind, of your body, and of your emotions. You can twiddle the fingers and the toes. Bending your knees. Turn the knees into the chest. Feel your body. Notice what's appropriate for you. Come on to your side. And then all the way up. Keep your eyes closed. We'll close with sound, allowing the new body you just created today, which is different from what you came to the practice with. You lengthened, strengthened, created more space, more flow, more freedom. Let's let that integrate and become the new you. with a humming sound. Exhale. Inhale. Bowing in gratitude. We're so lucky, so blessed in so many ways. Namaste. So I definitely felt a lot of stretching, a lot of strengthening. I hope that you feel that as well. It really is a use it or lose it proposition. And taking a week off, I definitely feel that. I was freezing. I wonder if I did for everybody. Thanks, Michael. All right. Well, I hope that I wasn't too frozen for too long and that you were able to practice. Let me know if you have any questions you could email me or go to my website. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, like if you like, and I'll see you later.